Right, vlog 3. I'm going to go through 6 topics talking about short films, starting with finance. Independent filmmakers, they have to look to meet up with investors so that they can pitch their idea to them, or they could go and get the funds themselves using methods such as selling merchandise or crowdfunding, or they could do both. For equipment will likely cost around £750 to £2,000 per day to rent, and will require close to £80,000 in insurance, but obviously that's just to make sure that if you break it then you got to pay for it, you know what I'm saying. Travel cost, so obviously this depends on where you're going and what type of travel you're using. So train tickets are going to be expensive, but it depends where you're going, so it's hard to find out exactly how much it's going to cost, but that's something that you would prepare for. So for hiring out a location, it would likely cost money. However, some places will let you film in the area for free, as long as you're not damaging anything or being a bit The majority of budget used in short films, and any films really, is used on crew and talent, which includes special effects artists and any crew, and also the actors. The next topic, time. It's important to work to deadlines when you're filmmaking or doing anything really, because everyone working in a group is relying on each other. So if someone misses the deadline, then everything could go wrong. They could all mess the entire production up and then delay it. And if people have paid money to crowdfund it or whatever, they're not going to be happy. Personnel. In a short film, there'll be a number of roles to be filled. These include producer, director, screenwriter, production manager, assistant director, script supervisor, stunt coordinator, depending on the film, if it's like an action adventure or sci-fi or something, location manager, location assistant, camera operator, boom operator, and many more. All personnel have different roles within the film, but they all come together to create the film. In short films, the crew is often put together by a group of people, like their friends and stuff, and also look online to see if anyone's in their local area who are offering up their services for money. The crew can be paid anywhere from the range of £80 to £300 per day, depending on their skill level and what their job role is. For example, the director will get paid close to £300 a day, whereas a runner will be probably closer to 100 or 80 quid. Okay, the fourth topic is materials. So, filmmakers will use footage from the internet in the film to just put in as extra stuff. It's known as B-roll, and also use their own B-roll just to fill it out and make it a bit more expansive and possibly shut up. Materials such as audio and graphics that may be used are sourced from the internet, and materials such as costumes and outfits will be from stores and possibly also made. If the film is based on real life events, then they may get the person that the story happened to come in and guide them to help them tell the story. They could also get a specialist on a topic. For example, if it's a space film, they could get a scientist in, or Neil Armstrong. Location.
Send me the location.
The location scout is in charge of finding locations to film it, and a location manager is in charge of securing the and creating a risk assessment. A RIS is important to assess the risk of extra costs and safety to personnel working there and filming. There are multiple risks in every location and every workspace, and they will vary from what they're doing. An example of a risk can be wires being loose on set, as they're easy to trip over, and if it's dark especially, then it could be a hazard for the cast and crew. The crew will have to consider what the weather is like in the location before they start filming, so they don't have their schedule disrupted, because they don't want the schedule to be elongated. And they'll also have to consider land distance, cost, access and permission to ensure that everything is smooth and they don't come across any stumbling blocks whilst filming. Regulation. When using images or music that doesn't belong to the filmmakers, they'll need to get permission from whoever created it, and then if they get permission, they will then credit them, like in the end credits, obviously. And in the final bit, the BBFC will regulate the short films, as they are the main regulatory body for films, so they will set like the rating to make sure it's not dodgy. Yeah, and that's it. Oh my god.